Meet Will and Tom, two seemingly ordinary men, cursed with a gift of vast knowledge that is forever expanding. Possessing incredible insight with unparalleled skills and expertise. Let us join them as they embark on a journey to quench their thirst for the truth while answering the questions to life's most intriguing mysteries. Let us open our minds and ask, dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? In life, it is easy to become bombarded with tasks and chores that are unavoidable. You become overwhelmed. However, what if you could hire an assistant, one person to take care of one aspect of your life? Who would you hire? What would you have them do? Let us listen in to our two busy bees, Will and Tom, as they hire an assistant to tell you an answer. Welcome back, everybody. This is Tom Case.
This is William Stark.
Yes, Mr. William Stark.
I'm waiting for you to be like, this is Thomas Case.
Oh, you know what? I should do that another one. I should put my whole full of Thomas Lee Case.
I could be William Alexander Stark.
So, on this episode, Will, we're going to get right into it. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No lollygagging.
Okay.
Nothing
Good.
else.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So, the question
What's the question, Tom?
I'm going to get right to it.
Hurry up. What are you doing?
So, the question is...
Wait a minute. Give me a moment.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, I need to get my assistant in here. So actually, that's what this question is going to be about. What if you could hire an assistant, but for one aspect of your life? Who would you hire? And
okay, define.
The parameters of this is...
Use it in a sentence, please.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to hire... No. So you're only going to hire one assistant, and it's only going to be for one aspect. So I'm going to give an example.
Okay.
Let's say you were like, okay, I want to hire a nutritionist. And you're thinking that, okay, the nutritionist is going to make healthy meals for me because that's what I want. So that's not how this will work. If you hire the nutritionist, they're only going to tell you how and what meals are healthy that you should be eating, right? Mm-hmm. But they're not going to cook it for you because if you want it cooked, you need to hire a cook.
Okay.
So we're going to do it like that. So basically one aspect, one assistant.
Okay.
But it could be anyone you want. You know
okay. All right. Okay. Do you know who you would hire?
You know,
because I need to think about mine a little bit.
I want to go to where my heart pulls me, and that would be a cook. Right? I would love to have my own personal cook, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just imagine every night, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want. Like someone is
having, a home cooked meal, especially a quality one, is always nice. And then, of course, not having to cook yourself can save you a lot of time.
Yeah, that's true. But here's my problem. Where do I... okay, so then I also think, I know, right?
You're struggling with this.
I'm struggling with this one because then my brain, my intelligence wants me to go with financial advisor.
Ooh.
Because I am not great with that.
Okay.
And so I could cook my own meals.
Yeah.
They may not be the best, but sometimes they're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I enjoy them, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes to like my finances, like I do the basic, you know what I mean? I don't know how to invest. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. I don't know how to make money, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, God, I think I'm going to have to go with the smart choice because I can cook. So, you know what I mean? And so can my wife. My wife, she's actually a baker. So, I will go with financial advisor.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'm almost like, I think that's just the correct answer. I think, usually there's not like, oh, that's the right answer. But I almost like, fuck, I don't know if there's a smarter or better answer because if you reach some sort of financial security, like some real financial security, maybe you can hire a chef later.
Yeah, and that's true. You know what I mean? And or just take lessons into cooking my meals better. You know what I mean?
And also you're recognizing a certain weakness in yourself and you're finding someone to make up for that rather than a laziness in yourself and trying to find a shortcut.
And I think that's part of the reason why I had a little bit of trouble too. Because, you never want to admit you have like a weakness, but it's always smarter to know what your weaknesses are. And I would have to go with financial advisor because I feel like if I were able to hire that.
Sorry, I just had a thought. I was just picturing you like you're sitting at the desk. He's going over your portfolio, and you're just like, "All right, so what should I do?" And he's just like, he puts the folder on. You're fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing I can do here. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, he's all.
You got no assets. The income doesn't match the outcome. I'm not working with this.
I know. Seriously, he's gonna be like, I don't even know why you have a bank account.
That'd be brutal.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm sure that's not what would happen in this scenario. But
how are you still alive, sir? He's all. Just to let you know, you can't afford me. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's gonna say. Like
that's so funny. But no. I mean, that is an excellent. It's just an excellent choice, Tom. It's you're securing life for you, for your family. You're gonna optimize whatever your income is, whether it's this job, a different job, whatever. Like, you're gonna optimize it, and like, I mean, yeah, it's just going to, and that's gonna enhance every facet of your life, right, and give you more flexibility. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to quote unquote beat that. Not that I'm trying to beat it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
it's funny too because like I want to elaborate more on it. You know, like I'm trying to think of what else, but then it always just comes back to there's nothing more to elaborate. Like that's exactly why you need it.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a better retirement savings. You're probably gonna be able to go on more vacations. You're probably gonna make more money now than you would have. Podcast over. Okay, we solved this one in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah.
The podcast you have just heard are the imaginings from the highly evolved.
Okay, so just for sake of conversation, I won't choose that one, but just so everyone knows, that's the one I would choose, is what you just chose. But let me choose a different one. And because I hadn't thought of that until you said it right now.
Although I do feel like you're pretty good with finances. I feel
yeah,
like
we're pretty good, mostly because my fiance is good. Which helps, but I mean, obviously, like investments, that's on another level.
Yeah,
I digress. My initial thoughts, I also thought of like a dietitian or a chef, or a personal trainer.
That's
the chef. I decided against because I really enjoy cooking. I'm a pretty damn good cook. So I don't really want someone else doing that for me necessarily, unless it was like for like large meal prep, just because that's really time consuming.
Yeah, meal prepping is definitely.
It's like I got to sacrifice a big chunk of one of my days off if I want to get that done like I used to.
I've done that once, and that's the why I only did it once, was because it took so much time.
Yeah, it is quite time consuming. I could do the dietitian thing, except for like I'm pretty well informed on like the types of diets I need depending on what I'm doing in my life. You know, whether I need to really just, you know, if I'm looking to just drop weight and I'm not worried about muscle, or whether I'm worried about like gaining muscle but not gaining too much weight, or keeping muscle on while also losing weight. Like I'm pretty well versed in how to do that. There was a time where I was quite fit, and man, I miss those days.
No, I remember you. Dude, every time when you would go and work out, and I remember you would explain to me, like, you wouldn't just explain like what workout you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you would explain to me like, well, I'm doing this workout because of this, and this is the goal, or this is what it'll achieve because my goals are this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I know you're well versed in like that type of thing.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. So I don't think I'd go with the dietitian or the nutritionist or whatever. I'm tempted on the personal trainer, not because I need someone to tell me what to do, but because there was the time when I was at my most fit, I had a good buddy who I consistently worked out with. And when you have that person there with you, that person that you can compete with, that person who can also be like, yeah, dude, you got it, like go, you got one more rep. You really pushes you, like you
hold accountability.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's like I could be doing a bench press, right, and I could be doing, you know, at the time I was not maxing out, but the max I could rep 10 of was 225. I was like really strong at that point. But like the time that I was hitting those numbers was when he was there, like pumping me up, like cheering for me, like telling me just one more, you know what I mean? It really pushes you over the edge, dude. It's like, wow, it's such a big factor. I was never like later on, because that was back when I was like 24. Later on, when I was like getting fit again at like 29, 30, I was getting fit, but I did find that I kind of was hitting this plateau that I didn't before, and I was like, man, I don't have that workout partner really pushing me.
You know that's funny that you mentioned that. Back in the day, I actually did work for 24 Hour Fitness, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could say like I was in your shape, but I was in better shape than I am now.
Right.
And I was working out kind of consistently. And one of the trainers, because I made friends, so he would kind of like train me for free a little bit.
Sure.
He was bringing up the same thing. He said, well, you know what? He goes, if I'm not here, you need to make a gym buddy or something like that. Like you need someone that'll like encourage you. And one of the things he was telling me was because like when I was bench pressing, right, if I couldn't get it up there, he literally, it's like a, what do you call one of those subconscious things where I think he's helping me like lift the bar up.
Yeah, but he's just got his fingers on it.
Exactly. Yeah. But he literally just had his fingers, and I never noticed it.
Right? Because I would be in the same thing, and then Alonzo, that was a buddy, he'd be like, "Come on, man, I'm barely touching it. This is all you, baby. This is all you."
But like, and then you lift it on your own,
it's true.
And it's like, holy shit. And then they tell you like, well, dude, I literally had 2 fingers underneath that.
Yeah, and like I was barely touching it. Yeah, and it makes a huge difference.
I always thought that was so cool, like the power of that.
Yeah, and just trying to compete with each other, and also just being positive, like when someone does the thing, being like, hell yeah, bro, like you did it, this and that, clapping, whatever, patting them on the back, like that feels good and makes you want to do more, and it keeps you going. So I'm really tempted on the workout partner / like professional trainer, I'm also really tempted by a goddamn masseuse. Because I got the back problems, and like that could be life changing if I had a weekly or bi-weekly medical masseuse. Like, fuck, that would be so nice.
Didn't you have a relative or someone that did that for you once? And
yes,
it like helped tremendously.
Tremendously.
That might actually be your smart.
I think there. It might be. There was a part of me that considered a driver. I hate driving.
Oh, I didn't know you
absolutely fucking hate it. It's a waste of my goddamn time.
Is it because of the back? Because I know you said your car gives you some like back. Is it because of that?
No, I've always hated driving. It's just because it's like I'm locked in. I can't do anything else, and like my goal
is
the
man who needs to do everything. Like
my goal is to get to where I'm going. But like, wouldn't it be nice if I had a driver and I could be doing other things?
I know you would love to be doing all the other stuff.
The fact is, I don't drive enough to justify a driver.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, fuck it. I think I'm going with the masseuse.
Yeah,
dude.
I was gonna say you have enough.
That could change my life.
Personal willpower, like for the working out.
Like I've done all the other things on my own before.
And then you know how to work out.
Yeah.
So, that might be cool. It would be like, I think that's like what I said.
Or a chiropractor.
Or a chiropractor. But I think the smart play is a chiropractor or a masseuse.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it's unfortunate, but it's true. Like I deal with daily chronic pain now that I never used to.
I think the masseuse over the chiropractor though. I would if you told me, hey Tom, I'm thinking I'm either going to hire a masseuse or a chiropractor right off the bat.
Can you imagine like daily morning and evening massage?
Man, I know, dude.
Just
you'd be
really
so relaxed, man.
I would be in such good shape.
That's perfect for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
We've decided. Perfect. I'm getting a masseuse, everyone. I mean, not really, but in my imagination space.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I wanted to bring this up. This is going to be a little bit of a change, to our thing. But I was just thinking about this right now. What if you and I were able to hire an assistant like for us here
at the podcast.
Like I was thinking some type of like what would you call this? I don't know what you would call this person. Like, would they be? I don't know if they would be a creative director, like not a producer. Creative director, maybe a producer. So this will be the person. Like they're going to come up with the questions. They're going to come up with the deep dive information.
Oh,
they're going to.
So Fritz, we need to hire. Fritz.
Exactly. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it. Exactly. So it would
you
be
really
Fritz.
Are missing Fritz, aren't you?
Missing Fritz, man. Where are you, Fritz?
What if I just had someone to help me?
Yeah, I know, right? But I like. What would you think that would be the smart idea for us, or who, or maybe
you mean for the podcast? Okay, so if we got to basically like, hey, here's a person. They will do one major daily task for you on the daily for your show for free, is basically what you're asking me.
Yeah.
I think the smartest use of that would be either social media manager, someone who would literally be on there daily doing hard work, spreading the word, reaching out to people, helping us keep, fan mail and all that other stuff going, and the good memes and all the other stuff, and growing the social media. That would be like a social media manager, or
that's what you would call them, social media manager.
Yeah. So we have one for the Dungeon Cast, and it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And And then the other thing I could think of would be if there was someone to just handle the whole editing process, right? Like
that would be
our main talent and draw to the show is actually doing the show. Like we're hosts.
I'm surprised why I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
I'm the one that has to
edit
it. Yeah.
But if it was just someone else who did all the editing, putting it together, and posted the episodes, then you specifically would be able to focus more on all the other stuff.
All the other stuff. You know what? That is true. But I already found a kind of a drawback with that. I feel like I'd be a little controlling when it came to that. Like I would really have to be let's say we hired an editor, right?
Yeah.
I would have to sit down with them. I would have to go like, okay, look, we're gonna listen to these 3 episodes, right? I was like, and I want to point out to you, like I do this way. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Well, okay, but that would just be at first. Eventually, they would learn how you want it done, and then it would be done right.
Yeah, that's true. I would have to make sure at the very beginning that they understand why and how I edit things the way I do. Even though it's like they may have better ideas. Like if they have more experience in editing, like they may have better ideas than I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when we're editing, and it's like, I don't know why I didn't think of that. That would have been a pretty good one. You know what I mean?
So I mean, those are the two I can think of for Dude, Could You Imagine? But I think we're doing all right without that. I think we got our bases covered and everything's performing pretty well. And I think the show's a good one.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? I hope you do. You're 15 minutes into listening to this episode.
Yeah, I know. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I mean, what we do here is like, basically it's fun for us, but like we realize other people are listening. We want it fun for them too, So.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, for me, it would be the masseuse or the trainer. And I'm leaning heavy towards the masseuse. For you, what was yours again?
My heart went towards the chef,
financial advisor,
the cook, but yeah, I have to go with financial advisor. I know I would want that, especially how you said, earlier when we were talking about that, you said like, yeah, because then in the future you'll be able to take more vacations and this and that.
It's true.
And to be honest, what I would also want would be like maybe even in the near future have it to where I don't have to work to make my money.
Oh yeah, I mean, yes, that would be ideal.
That would be my ideal reason of getting a financial advisor is to him putting me in a position to where I no longer have to work to make my money.
Right.
Like that would be. I mean, I guess that would be anyone's dream. Really,
yeah, for the most part, and then you could spend your time doing what you want to do, like playing Elden Ring or making more podcasts.
yeah, that's exactly true.
So I think we got this one. I'm sorry, it's a short episode, guys. I really think we figured it out, but you know what? I'm very curious to see what people think of our choices. Like, did we choose correctly?
I really want to know. Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, if they think, like, if we chose for ourselves well.
And also in the comments or even in a review, if you guys want to, go ahead and leave one of those over on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know who you specifically would hire for your life and why.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know that. But, dude, could you imagine?
The podcast you have just heard are the imaginings from the highly evolved minds of the extra-dimensional beings, Will and Tom. It has been translated into a format more easily understood by the human mind. Interpret it as you will. Should you find yourself seeking more answers to life's most intriguing mysteries, you can show your support by becoming a Patreon member at patreon.com/dude could you imagine. You can also leave an Apple Podcast review. You can subscribe to us on Instagram at dude_could-you-imagine, on Twitter at DCYimagine, and on our YouTube channel, where you can leave a like and a comment. We can also be reached through our email, dudecouldyoumagine@gmail.com. We leave you now so that you may gather your thoughts, until we meet again, to ponder the meaning of the cosmos and ask, dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
I just picturing you like you're sitting at the desk. He's going over your portfolio, and you're just like, "All right, so what should I do?" And he's just like, he puts the folder on. You're fucked.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing I can do here. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, he's all.
You got no assets. The income doesn't match the outcome. I'm not working with this.
I know. Seriously, he's gonna be like, I don't even know why you have a bank account.
That'd be brutal.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm sure that's not what would happen in this scenario. But
how are you still alive, sir? He's all. Just to let you know, you can't afford me. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's gonna say. Like
that's so funny.